14 Best Weapons for the Zombie Apocalypse. Thank you, Sandra, for leaving this comment and recommending more videos about zombies. Number 14. The Machete. Depending on where you live exactly, a machete like this one could be an extremely effective weapon, as well as a tool. If you plan on escaping the city, which you probably should, you may be surrounded by tropical jungles. If you end up needing to run, a machete will certainly help you clear a path from the pesky trees and limbs. Machetes are light, mobile, extremely sharp, and will easily cut through the decaying flesh of a zombie. However, maintaining them and keeping them constantly sharp may be an issue. Either way, it's a great addition to your arsenal. Some, like this one here, may even come with saws, which can make it more useful during tasks like gathering firewood. Number 13. The Chainsaw. In order to kill a zombie, you usually need to cut off its head or make its brains spill on the ground, and a chainsaw can do that quite easily. A group of zombies is coming right at you, and they proceed to surround you. An effective weapon in this situation would be a chainsaw, as long as you choose one that you can wield quickly. Some chainsaws are a little too bulky and weigh too much to be successful to mow down waves of zombies. It'll also become a great tool if you're trapped in a building somewhere. Be careful though, these things can turn against their owners with the wrong move, and chains can become rusty if you're outside too long. Number 12. Grenades. Although grenades may be a little bit difficult to come by in a zombie apocalypse, they will certainly be useful. As long as you can throw a baseball about 20 yards, consider hand grenades as an extremely useful weapon. These are most effective when you're outnumbered and you're being swarmed by large amounts of zombies like in this photo. Don't count on stun or flash grenades to do much damage against these creatures. Those aren't designed well enough to kill, although it may temporarily immobilize them. You want to go with a shrapnel grenade that will kill them with shrapnel, or a sticky grenade that will stick onto them. Molotov cocktails are not a good way to go. Although it's a cheap way to make something catch on fire, we'll explain more on this one later. Number 11. The Pickaxe. You should really consider using a pickaxe if you got the muscles to swing one with accuracy. If you can, congrats. You have a fairly effective weapon for zombies. All the pressure of your swing ends up on that sharp point. The swing will most likely leave the zombie in a pile of its own brains with one swing. Not only that, you'll have a reliable tool to help you break up hard land on the surface and allow you to build a farm. This is especially useful when escaping the city and starting a settlement. The slow delivery, however, may be its only setback, and the right blade might get stuck in the zombie's head. Number 10. The Crossbow. Some of us prefer not to get too close to the zombies when attacking. Crossbows have incredible range and are pitch quiet. Having silent weapons are a big bonus because a loud noise will most likely attract more zombies. This will most likely be one of your best choices for long-range targets, since some crossbows take longer than others to reload. Consider about 60 yards to be your max distance on the undead targets, and be sure to aim for the head. Try adding explosive tips for even more firepower. Number 9. Flamethrowers. Although this sounds like it would be an awesome weapon to use during a zombie apocalypse, we thought it'd be a good idea to tell you that this one is not a good idea. In this photo from The Walking Dead, we see two hungry zombies coming right at you. Does it appear that fire affects them in any way? No! Fire does not melt brains effectively enough. Now you have fire zombies to deal with. Do you really want to make zombies more dangerous than they already are by turning them into fire zombies? Don't take that chance. Keep flamethrowers and Molotov cocktails out of your zombie apocalypse arsenal. Number 8. The Flail. Constructed somewhat similar to nunchucks, flails can be just as effective against zombies in the right training. With the right movement and velocity, the flail can easily smash through a zombie's skull with one blow. This is a good weapon, but only if you have enough experience swinging it around, or you might end up doing more damage to yourself. Due to the long spikes as we see in this photo, a simple swing will pierce into the zombie's skull. The only setback is it really doesn't serve much purpose as a tool outside of killing zombies. Number 7. Hammers and Mallets. Consider hammers and mallets to be the bread and butter of your zombie melee weapons arsenal. With it being an extremely cheap tool, with both sides as an effective killing instrument, this one can really do some damage. The claw part can pierce through a skull. Mallets can be quite heavy and easily thrown to knock out a zombie. Also, if you're trapped in a closed space, a mallet might be the right tool to break you out. Number 6. Mace. Similar to a flail, but without the swinging action of the chain, maces are designed to strike a target with sheer blunt force. Don't confuse this with the kind of mace like pepper spray. That will most likely only enrage a zombie even more. Use the right mace and you don't have to worry about becoming zombie food. Number 5. Trench Knives. Equipped with both brass knuckles and a blade, a trench knife is definitely a good place to start. This, of course, is only meant to be used in close quarters combat. The brass knuckles also help keep the blade from sliding out of your hand. That's something you really don't want to happen during a heated zombie battle. A quick stab to the head and the zombie should leave you alone. The brass knuckles most likely won't kill a zombie, but with enough force, you can severely injure it. Number 4. Shotgun with bayonet. Shotguns are an extremely good weapon when it comes to taking out zombies. Since shotguns shoot out several bullets at a time, it causes more damage in close ranges. From far away, you'll probably want to go with the crossbow. The setback with shotguns will be their loud noises and their slow time reloading, not to forget all the ammunition you have to buy. But this Mossberg 12-gauge shotgun is equipped with a bayonet and will provide you with stellar melee weapon. Be sure to equip it with plenty of zombie ammunition, because you'll never know how much you'll need. Number 3. Samurai Sword, or Katana. If it weren't for a few setbacks, the Samurai Sword could be the number 1. The long carbon steel, slightly curved blade allows you to slice through zombie flesh like a hot knife through butter. No other sword is known for its slicing capabilities, and there's no doubt that it could take off a zombie's head right off its shoulders. So why isn't this number 1? Swords must be carefully maintained in order for them to be effective. A poorly made blade can break under intense fighting. Plus, the samurai sword won't be very useful cutting firewood. Nonetheless, it's a ruthless killing machine if you know how to use it properly. Be sure to pick one out that has a quality blade. It has the potential to kill quite a few zombies with one swing. Number 2. Spears. The great thing about spears is that it allows you to keep your space during combat, not just due to the fact that it's connected with a large pole, but also because they make great throwing weapons. So with spears, you don't even have to get zombie guts on your hands. Spears are mostly made for jabbing, but with a long enough blade, they can cut as well. The blade could still double as a fairly decent weapon like a knife. It also makes a great tool for fishing while hiding out against zombies near streams. This zombie here by a lake doesn't stand a chance against a well-planned spear attack. Spears are one of the first weapons mankind used and could still be the most reliable during the zombie apocalypse. Number 1. Axes and Tomahawks. Being one of the favorite weapons of the Vikings, the axe is a multi-purpose decapitator. Before Mythbusters conducted an experiment of which weapon was more effective against a horde of simulated zombies, Adam Savage stood shamelessly awaiting for the battle to begin, and an axe will remain extremely reliable. Its simplicity keeps you from having to overthink during a fight. If a gun runs out of bullets, it may only act as a club unless you have a bayonet. Tomahawks can be thrown and kill enemies with an effective range of about 10 meters. Don't underestimate the power of this simple tool. It may save your life during the zombie apocalypse.